Ukrainian forces made their biggest breakthrough in the south of the country since the war began, crossing Russian lines on Monday and advancing along the Dnieper River, retaking several villages along the way and threatened supply lines for thousands of Russian troops. The Ukrainian advance targeted supply lines for some 25,000 Russian troops on the western bank of the Dnieper. Ukraine destroyed the main bridges, forcing Russian forces to use temporary flyovers. Kiev gives little information about victories in the south. But Russian sources admit that Ukrainian troops advanced tens of kilometers along the western bank of the river, retaking several villages along the way. There was a settlement called Dudchany, right along the Dnieper River, and right there, in that region, there was a breakthrough. There are settlements that are being occupied by the Ukrainian army, said Vladimir Saldo, leader pro-Russian religion in the occupied area in Kherson province, told Russian state television. Soldiers of Ukraine's 128th Mountain Assault Brigade raised the country's blue and yellow flag in Myrolyubivka, a village located between the old front and the Dnieper, according to a video released by the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. Anton Gerashenko, an advisor to Ukraine's Interior Ministry, posted a photo of Ukrainian soldiers posing with their flag over a golden statue of an angel in a village he said was Mikhailivka, on the riverbank, about 20 kilometers from the previous front. Serhiy Klan, a Kherson Regional Council member, also lists Osokarivka, Mikhailivka, Kreskanikka and Zoloto Borka as recaptured villages, all where Ukrainian troops have been photographed. It means that our armed forces are moving vigorously along the banks of the Dnieper close to Bereslav, he said. The breakthrough reflects Ukraine's recent successes in the east against Russia, even as Moscow has tried to advance its advantage by annexing territory, ordering mobilization and threatening nuclear retaliation. Just hours after Russian President Vladimir Putin declared the provinces of Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson and Zaporizhia as Russian territory, Ukraine recaptured Lyman, Russia's main fortress north of Donetsk province. The recapture of Lyman, which Moscow forces have struggled to control for weeks this spring, marks Ukraine's first military victory over territory the Kremlin claims and has pledged protect in any way possible. The Russian Defense Ministry said it had withdrawn troops from the town to more favorable lines. Lyman's fall opened the way for Ukraine to move deep into Luhansk province, threatening key supply routes to territory Moscow captured in some of the bloodiest battles in June and July. Al Jazeera correspondent Mohammed Val, reporting from Moscow, said the constitutional changes to delimit the new borders after the merger are expected to be approved by the Russian Senate on Tuesday. The move means that Russia will officially have 89 entities forming its federation, Mr. Val said. For Luhansk and Donetsk, the Kremlin spokesman said the border would be the same as in 2014 when those two self-proclaimed republics declared their independence from Ukraine. For Zaporizhia and Kherson, there will be resident consultation. We understand that Russia does not control all of those territories right now and they are even losing ground there, so it will be a very difficult battle for the Russians to get to the border they are talking about. The Russians celebrated this, added Val. But there is a difference between what is being said and the situation on the ground.